Hello, everybody. It is Coach Jess from FillYourBooks.com with one of our amazing students, Katelynn, who has come on board with us and is in her first 90 days. And we just wanted to share her story and highlight some of her wins and talk a little bit about her journey and why she came into this. So, Katelynn, kick us off. Tell us a little bit about where you're from, how you got started in the industry, what you do.
So I am located in North Georgia. I specialize in lived-in color and blondes and do some hair extensions. So that's the majority of what I do. But yeah.
Awesome. So tell me a little bit about what life was like before you came into Fill Your Books. What were some of the things that you were struggling with?
So I was struggling with staying busy even in the slower seasons like January and February, and just kind of being busy for 3 or 4 months straight and then having like one dead month. So I really just wanted to kind of fill in the gaps where I could just stay busy and have more consistent pay.
So since you've kind of come on board, what has your experience been like? What were some of the emotions that came through your head even when you signed up for Fill Your Books?
Um, I guess at first I was like, "Oh gosh, is this gonna be worth it?" Like I built my clientele mostly on Instagram, but like I said, I'd like to be getting new people every single week. So I guess more accelerated. And it's been really sweet actually. The Facebook group is really cute. Everybody's like super supportive of one another, and I love like the personal touch where like Jenna and Kory will even reach out personally to see how you're doing, and having the one-on-one coaching calls is really awesome. So that way you can get any questions that you have answered. And the over-the-shoulder training is great because I'm not good on technology. So to be able to pull my window like side by side with the Facebook advertisement, it's been great.
Oh, amazing. I'm so glad to hear it. So you felt very comfortable and supported during your time so
Yeah,
far with us.
absolutely.
Good. So get us up to speed as to what's going on now. Like what have your results been? What are your some of your takeaways that you've had since you've been with us?
So my goal was to make 15 K a month, because now I went from commission to being an independent stylist. So that was my like shooting for the stars goal. And my first month I actually made 23K. And off of off of one Facebook organic marketing post, I made over $3,000 in service sales. So better,
Katelynn,
yes, better than what I was expecting.
that's amazing. And that was your first month open in your suite.
Yes. Hmm.
So what do you feel like your life kind of looks like? Do you feel like you're gonna have to make higher goals? Like how does that change the trajectory of like where you're going, what you feel like you're able to accomplish now?
I don't even know like what higher goal I would choose, because I mean 20K I was like, "Oh, that's unrealistic." But apparently you're capable of it. So I don't even know, maybe like 25K in a month. But I we definitely have been having a hard time finding a house with inflation, and I think that this change now is going to really help. I've been getting like a lot of new client requests every single week. So I think that with that, we're hopefully going to be able to buy a house next spring.
That would be, even if you were to work on staying consistent with that 20K, I mean,
Mhm.
25K would be even better, but
Mhm.
just to imagine like this far out type of like milestone for you of like getting that house,
Mhm.
now it sounds like it feels like it could come that much sooner. And that is maybe even a more amazing win because that's the reason why we work so hard. Those are the
Mhm.
types of reasons why we would want to make more money, right? So that we can have the
Exactly.
things that we want out of our life sooner. So you've just expedited even that potentially as well, right?
Mhm. Yes, exactly. So super exciting.
That is so exciting. How are you feeling? Like, is this what you expected when you came into something like Fill Your Books?
I didn't really know what I expected. I was really interested in the paid marketing, because that's just out of my like, I'm technologically advanced, so that would or challenge. So I would have never been able to do that on my own. But it's been really cool getting to learn all these new like tactics and everything. And honestly, I'm bringing in more than what I thought I was going to with the program, which is really cool because at first, especially my husband was a little skeptical, like, "Are you sure?" And I was like, "Yeah, I think so." I think like watching these testimonials really helped me out too. So just being able to see other people's wins and seeing in the Facebook group other people's wins and stuff is really encouraging.
I love that. And I always listen. My fiance at the time was also very skeptical because he's a very logical thinker, right? And we can tend to be a little bit on the more emotional side in this industry. So how do you think his perspective and his feelings have changed since, you've been in with us?
I mean, he's super supportive. Like, even when I told him, I was like, well, I want to do it. He was like, okay. But whenever I was counting up what, service sales I made off of that one organic post, he was like, wow, that's almost like paid itself off. I was like, see?
That's awesome. So what would you tell someone who is thinking about joining Fill Your Books? Do you have anything that you would say to someone who is maybe nervous or struggling right now, who might have some similar goals to you and want to hit them?
I would say just go for it. Just make sure that you're at a place where you have like time and you can really focus and pour your energy into it. So that way you can get the most out of it because it really is what you put in, what you'll get back out of it. And especially if you're struggling, like this can only like elevate your paychecks. So it's kind of like it's just like another continuing education class for me. So just kind of pouring into investing in myself and then you will be able to take that right back out and plenty more. So I would say just do it. Everything's really cool. Like everything you learn, you can take with you for the rest of your career and it doesn't just like end after the program. So definitely pays itself back off tenfold.
I thank you for sharing that. And I love that because, again, you had mentioned one that you weren't feeling super confident in doing the paid ads, but now it's something that you know how to do and you can continue to do for yourself with confidence and certainty. And that you're coming in having built your business off of Instagram. And so there was some things that when you came in, it's like, okay, like I'm pretty familiar with this. And like this isn't, brand new, but there were some things that you were able to take away that elevated your process and made it that much better, right? And that reminds me of like going through hair courses too. It's like I know the fundamentals of cutting, like starting a bob, right? But if I want to learn like a French bob or something more elevated and higher end, or then I have to be willing to go through, see some things that already are familiar to take away those things that I didn't know and really see what I can do with them. And I feel like that is what you have done, Katelynn, and I'm like so impressed with you and I'm so proud of you. I'm so glad that you made the leap and came into this and continued to invest in yourself and see that you're worth it and your business is worth it and that you really did. I mean, as you said, just to speak to what you said, you put into it what you wanted to get out of it. And that's major key. We are so capable of anything that we want in our lives. It really comes down to us and what we want to like put in so it reflects back. So thank you so much for sharing your experience so far with us. I look forward to what the future has in store for you. If anybody is watching this and after watching this, you feel more interested or more curious about what this might look like for you, please head over to fillyourbooks.com, watch some more testimonials, fill out an application, and chat with one of our success coaches. And we'll see you next time. Bye.